142 crore as the proceeds of crime. That is the big staggering amount that the Enforcement Directorate has today pegged, and that is the big charge against Rahul and Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case. Yes, the case is back. We are also going to be looking at almost daily hearings, is what the court has said, come this July. Now, does this mean that are Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi in trouble in the entire case? Let's quickly decode what we know about the story so far. Now, the Enforcement Directorate, remember, has told a Delhi court that prima facie there is a case of money laundering. That is the word they are using. Money laundering against senior Congress leaders. This includes both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. You would recall that in the month of May only, there were notices issued to both of them, also including Young Indian here. Now, this clearly is an ongoing investigation, as you would recall, but a case again that comes close to the Gandhis, and that is why the BJP says that right now, both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi should be held accountable, and this is a clear-cut case of corruption, of money laundering, and also the Parivar taking precedence over absolutely everything else, propriety included. Now, you would recall that this case actually originated from a complaint that was filed by Subramaniam Swamy, and this was way back in 2012. And then Subramaniam Swamy had accused Sonia and Rahul Gandhi of cheating, criminal misappropriation, and breach of trust. That was the charge in the acquisition of the AJL, that is the Associated Journals Limited, by the Young India. That actually today has spanned over a few years as far as the investigation is concerned. And the money that we are talking about is 751.9 crore that is linked to both AJL and to YIL. The Enforcement Directorate essentially has attached assets worth that much amount, that is 751 crore in the entire case. Now, National Herald, as you all know, is actually a newspaper that was founded in 1938 by Jawaharlal Nehru. It was published by the AJL, that was a not-for-profit company incorporated in 1937. Then in 2008 is where the AJL ceased publication of the National Herald and its sister publications because of paucity of funds, because they did not have money, so it stops its publications. So here the critical question to ask is, what then is the role of both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi? So in the November of 2010 is where the Young India Limited, which is a not-for-profit company, was incorporated with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi as majority shareholders. And that is where the things change. They hold 38% each, as in Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, 38% each. This totals to a 76%. The paid up capital then of YIL was about 5 lakh. And then there is a lot of money involved, so I'm not going into the details. But then there was this issue about the AICC transfer the loan for about 50 lakhs, you would recall. The All India Congress Committee had stated that because the AJL was unable to repay the loan that they had taken of a 90 crore, then the AICC agreed to write off that entire loan. That is where the Congress party also comes into the picture. Then, did the Congress lose money in the deal is also a question that people have been asking. The Congress now claims that the AICC did not incur a financial loss as the loan to AJL was interest-free and intended to support a not-for-profit organization venture that was aligned with the National Herald's ideological goals. And you would recall that the Congress for the longest time has been saying that this has not been done to generate profit. Then Subramanian Swamy had alleged in 2012 that the AJL's assets are worth more than 2,000 crore. People have been asking whether this valuation of the asset is accurate or not. Now, what I can tell you is that in the November of 2023 is where the ED, the Enforcement Directorate, attaches AGL assets that is worth about 751 crore. This includes the Herald House in Delhi, the Bandra property in Mumbai. In Lucknow, there is a building, there is a plot in Panchkula. Then there are additional properties in Patna and in Indore. So what are the allegations against Gandhis? Now, in the attachment order that the Enforcement Directorate had put out, they had said that the loan transfer and the equity conversion, they constitute a money laundering scheme. Now, they say that this was essentially used fraudulently to transfer control of the AJL's asset to YIL and this benefited both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. So, do Young India Limited and the Gandhis own these assets? The next important obvious questions. Now, the Congress says that the AJL retains the ownership of the assets, and because the YIL, that is the Young India Limited, is a not-for-profit company, it was just created to revive the National Herald, but not to acquire these assets for financial gains. So now, what happens if these charges are proven, the charges that are being leveled by the Enforcement Directorate? If they are convicted, remember, if anyone is convicted under the PMLA, which is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, the accused could face imprisonment of 7 years. 7 years. That is the punishment. So are the Gandhis in trouble? We do not know. We'll have to wait and see where the case goes on from here, because the acquisition of the AJL's shares, remember, by the Young India for about 50 lakh, it does raise questions about the transaction's propriety, including the lack of a regulatory oversight. The Congress now needs to explain as to why the ownership of the AJL was given to a company where the Gandhis, like I told you, remember, both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi have a total 76% stake. So there are a lot of those questions. But then, does this qualify as a case of money laundering? Because that is the charge that is being leveled. Now, the Enforcement Directorate's case, as far as we've understood so far, it relies on a lot of circumstantial evidence, like the shareholding patterns, the loan conversions, but there is no direct money trail, or there is no direct evidence of the Gandhis siphoning off this money. And this is where we will have to see that how the courts look at the entire case, because the courts will obviously require a concrete evidence in terms of a money trail, an evidence of intent, or someone has gained from this, money has changed hands. So Gandhi's defense largely has been that there is no financial benefit. So this is where the Enforcement Directorate will have to prove those charges. But it's an important development, and we've gone into the details to help you understand away from a lot of political tutu meme. But in the month of July, when you will be having the courts going in for a daily hearing of the entire case, could this mean trouble for Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi? Watch this space. We'll keep telling you more.